in the surface.
Look at that boar I just shot.
Wow, that's one way to get the heart rate up and get going for the morning. It's steeper than what it looks off the edge. Straight up to this bench. This is the first bench. There's another 2 to go before we get the top. I say the grass is that long. That big old box tree there. Always find scrapes and rubs on it on this bench. She's fallen over since last year. You can see the length in the grass. I've seen a fair bit of pig sign actually on this hill. I've only come a couple hundred yards up the hill. And yeah, you can see why the choppers don't get everything. The grass been so long, and the blackberries for the pigs and that are mainly as well. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what the rest of the morning unfolds. Yeah. Looking promising for a pig if I can see him before he hears me. Yeah. Keep going. Get up the top here and have a bit of a look out. Alright, I've just spotted the first 2 deer for the morning. They're just about to drop over another bench, so I'm going to get down there. Looks like there's only 2 there. Spiker and might be 2 spikers I think, so I'm going to make good ground. I've got good cover and see if I can get down here and make it happen on a nice fallow for some meat. As you can see, the grass is super tall. They're only about 90 yards in front of me, so I'll just ease my way down here and we'll see how we go. Got that blood straight up. That's a nice little header deer. Beautiful. Just caught a bit of me movement. It's 3/4 gram be a yearling. Came back up towards me. I was already at full draw. About 16 yards. And yeah, just put that gull tip. Chaos kinetic straight through. Cayuga's hot. I don't know where his partner in crime went, but I'm just going to edge over this hill here and see. I don't reckon that fella there has gone, hasn't gone very far at all, so we'll have a look. Yeah, so they've got another, oh, there's another spiker just here. Right there. There's six spikers underneath me, and they just took off down the hill. And this guy here must have been feeding around beside me. There he goes. Yeah, I was just looking at these other ones about 150 yards down the flat here. They were all spikers and only one doe, so what was there? There were 6, 7, that's 8, 9 I've seen on this first hill this morning, so that's promising leading up to the rut for sure. Really good. I'll go and see if I can find this little meat deer. It's nice and cool up here this morning, which is really good, so I'll be able to hang him up here in a tree and keep doing a bit more hunting. Good stuff. Well, that just goes to show you, doesn't it? I've just stood up. That same pop hole, that last spiker came through down on the fence. A boar about 45, 50 kilos just walked through there. So I'm going to slip down and see if I can get an arrow into him. Wow, what a morning up here. We're going to see what we can do on this fella. There's my little eater deer. Not as big as I first thought, but I'll still get a little bit of meat out of that. Yeah, I thought she was a bit bigger. But pinwheeled bush. I'll go down here, and this boar's just down here. I'll go and see if I can make a move on him. Oh, mate, I don't know how this is going to go down. That boar down here has trotted off. But there's about bloody 15 roos just there on a ridge. I've got a kangaroo here that's fucking gone, but I've just looked over here. There's another pig over in there. So I'm going to slip over in there and see. Oh, there's another one there too. Oh, good ball. I just need this wind to hold out. Hope you just seen that. You can see the blood trail where that boar just ran through. Holy! A pig come across from me right. I can see me arrow down there. Geez, them pink veins stand out well. That boar put his head up because he was front on. That's why I stand. I had two. I had two suckers right in front of me. Anyway, this pig come over here. I knew the wind was cutting from my left to the right, so I drew. She made her warning sound, and he just put his head up, and yeah, he was sort of angled like that to me. I've gone in here. It's come out just behind the shoulder there, I think, from what I could see, but that blood just flew out of him straight away from the shot. There's another pig just there, see? Just going to, it's another boar there, little boar, younger fella. So like I say, you wouldn't know the chopper come through here last week, but look at the feed. And good billy goat the other day, 2 days ago. Now back up at one of my deer blocks to check it out after the choppers have been through. Up there about 80 metres on that fence, there's a little it's probably not quite a yearling, not far off a yearling, it's a little doe. I'll get the back straps and the back legs there, I'll still get meat off it, that's for sure, and that was my purpose, to see what was here. But I do tell you, I'm using a, since I come back from the Cape last year, I've switched to a HBC hinge. Mate, this is a magic bit of gear, and I tell you, that was 5 months ago, and that's the first boar that I've had a close, you know, had a stalk on really since the Cape. Oh no, sorry, I did have one boar hunt, but he's sort of, he's mature boar. And I pulled back and I got it to click, and I'm like, oh, had to give myself a bit of a breather and settle. And I didn't rush my shot, put the pin where it needed to be, and I reckon he's, from where I last seen him in that grass, I'll just give him a minute, but the blood that's coming out of him, we'll go and have a look. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Those pigs have just trotted off there now. We'll go down to the Yarra and check it out. Complete pass through. Gold tip Chaos Kinetic, 150 grain Cayuga Zot. Deadly combination. Love them. So as you can see, this is where that boar was. As he had his nose in there, and I was just, those trees. So I was just there about 10 yards in that grass, and he put his head up like that and faced away like that, and it's gone in. But look, that Cayuga, that's froth straight up. And the reason my arrow made such a big noise, well, that just went into that stump. Look at that. Absolutely smoked him. Proper smoked him. Oh. And you know, I've only literally come up over that rise. Would be probably 400 metres down the other side to the ute, and I've come down here probably 300, so I haven't even gone a kilometre from the ute. And the sign's just phenomenal. But I'm going to go and track this fella down. We'll have a close look at him. Yeah, good stuff. I'm still at the shot site where that boar was standing. I was just watching back through a bit of my footage. Yeah, just to give him a few minutes, and then there's that first bit of blood. I'll go onto this blood trail here in a minute. We'll look at it right from the shot site. I was going to run straight back past me there. I was only standing just here on the other side of that purple top. He come up here and he decided otherwise. But as I was sitting there watching my footage, just had another doe, fellow doe, walk through that little clearing there. So yeah, it's looking very promising considering that chopper went through. So we'll keep tracking this boar. Not that I have to track him too far, because I could obviously we had that good blood right from the shot site. But also, actually, before we do that, I'll just show you, because there's a pad here. That's a pad right there. So you can tell how high the grass is. Okay, so some of that's my chest height, the top of that Phalaris. So when I come through, I come actually through on this pad here, all the way through there, and yeah, it's a good thing, like, because there's no cattle in this paddy. But you get pads like this, because it was super quiet. So I was able to walk in on this pad after a dewy morning. I got to here. You know, if I had to walk through that, literally through this stuff, to try and get a path at him, the end result could very well have been different. Anyway, look at that. He's in big trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. I imagine he's too much further. There he is. Right there. Look at that. Holy. Alright. Big sow. Big sow, I thought it was a boar. But that's where I put it in. Bush. It's coming out there on the other side. And yeah, good morning hunt so far. But yeah, she's no slouch of a pig. She'd be 50, 60 kilo dress probably more than, yeah, probably in the 60s. Yeah, honestly, I thought it was a no, there's a boar there. And you probably can't see him there. He's just there. He is, young boar. That boar there's probably the boar that's come up off the creek, the first one I initially seen out on the flat that come out of this paddock. Unreal. Anyway, I'll set this girl up and get some pictures of her. Righto. Oh, she's warm enough. Well, what a start to the morning. It all happened like, I drove in, got in here fairly early. Come up to scout my deer property, or one of them. See what numbers are about, pigs and deer. Helicopter shooters, they were up in here last week. And they shot all this country here right behind me, out in front of me. Anyway, as you can see, the Phalaris, the grass, the feed's just like waist high and chest high in places. Anyway, I've got to go back up the hill here yet, because when I come up over the rise, there was a couple of spikers there and a young doe. And yeah, a young doe ended up working out something wasn't quite right as I come in, sneak in behind her. But anyway, we'll get to that later. Long story short, yeah, I clocked her, and then I just walked down the hill. I seen a boar come out of this paddock, go out into the paddock that I was in. Too many roos to put a stalk on him. And anyway, I looked back over to my right here in this little gully where I am now, and I seen two pigs. One was a fairly small sow, and what I thought was a good boar, this fella here, like, he had the right shape and in the grass, and as you can see, he's no slouch. Well, she's no slouch. She ended up being a big sow, but you know, she's a big solid pig. I didn't have time to muck around, so slipped down in. I got onto a pad, and as you can see, there's no wind here now. It was drifting back towards me when I got around onto them, then it stopped, and early in the morning it does eddy back down with the thermals. And yeah, I got into 10 or 12 yards, and all of a sudden there was a couple other sows and smaller ones just in front of me that I could see the grass moving. I could still only make out this one's top half of its body through the grass, and a pig caught me wind off to my right, and yeah, it turns out she put her head up and I was at full draw, and yeah, I clocked her with a gold tip. Chaos Kinetic. She was sort of slightly angled to me. She'd put her head up like that and looked at me, and or more or less like that, and I've just straight in between the shoulder and the neck, and it's come out exactly behind the shoulder there on the other side, and blood just come out of her straight away. She made it down here about 35 yards, but yeah, it turned out to be a big sow. But still a good start of the year, real good start, and very good promising signs for the upcoming rut. So yeah, get some photos of this girl now and go up and recover me deer, take some meat home, which was the objective. So yeah, it's all looking pretty good. Well worn pad. Deer and pig track on it. Some good pigs still here. Yep. That's where I just shot that pig just there. And my deer's just next to that briar bush. How good. I'd say his mum must have got shot last week in the choppers. He's not the biggest deer, but I tell you, the meat's coming off him. There was no does, there was only 2 spikers and him, which I actually thought was a her, so I've got the genetic sex mixed up a little bit this morning on the deer and the pigs, but anywho. But yeah, like I say, his mum probably got shot last week, I'd reckon, in the chopper shoot. So won't get good steaks or anything out of him, but you know, plenty of stir fry meat there, and when you've got a family to feed, especially with the price of meat and everything else these days, or just general living itself, can't beat free range fresh meat. Butcher him up, put him in the pack, and back to the car. The Carnivore 3 High Country Predator game bags. I only need one just to get the meat off this fella. Like I say, when you're feeding a family and the price of everything, a little bit goes a long way. He fit the bill to come home and go into our freezer, that's for sure. Well, I said there this morning and come up, we finished the last of our venison last night in a stir fry, so anyway, we get a few more stir fries worth out of this fella. Oh look, there's another pig there. I don't know if you can see it. Just walk through the fence down there. Unbelievable, there he is. Probably a bit far away to see on the GoPro. Yeah, and I literally, it's a solid pig too. Unbelievable. Once again, a bit hard to see what it is. Better have a bit better of an inspection. Good body pig. It'll be a bit bigger than that one I just shot, I reckon, so check it out. Might be worth going and having a look. Nice little back strap. Beautiful. And there you have it. 2 back legs, 2 front legs, 2 back straps, 2 little eye fillets, and the heart. And a bit of neck meat. Get these flies off him, get him in the bags and get out of here. Oh, happy days. Sounded like a red deer. Oh, we're all loaded up. Back to the car. Bloody good morning hunt. Only got about 150 up behind me there. Duck back up over this hill and then straight down the other side to the ute. So yeah, we'll get going. You never know what we'll see between here and there too. It's overcast. About up past 8 now. It's fairly warm, but it was warm right from the start and critters were out, so still see more deer over on that face of that hill there. Bring on the rut, that's all. Well, back of the ute. Didn't see nothing else in the walk out. But yeah, I've worked out that the corner of this block here is going to produce pretty well because it's 3 locked up paddocks. And if he doesn't put any stock in between now and deer rut, or the rut, it should be pretty good. So yeah, anyway, bit of work to do. Throw this gear back in here and actually the meat's gonna put the meat in this side. Whew. Get me fridge out. Straight in a 60 litre angle, that meat's going to go. What have I got in here? Hopefully a cold drink. Oh, look at that. Whew. Nice cold can of Coke. Yeah, so... oh well, once again guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Much appreciated. Appreciate all you. So, like I was saying guys, the battery just went flat in my GoPro. Thanks for watching again. I hope you enjoyed it, and you know, much appreciated if, as well as being out here doing it. Completely enjoy the bush and everything it has to offer, whether it be bow hunting, fishing, or you know, just general outdoors. But yeah, thanks again guys. Appreciate all the support that I get from you out there, and cheers. Here's to the next one. Keep an eye out for it.